Congratulations, Malachi.
Thank you.
In terms of this team and kind of finding its rotation and who's going to play where, who's going to play when, how much of a work in progress is that, and how close do you think you guys are getting?
I think all of us are very good players, so I don't think it'll be very hard to find that rotation. I think it'll be fairly easy, especially with Coach Bennett.
Malachi, just getting extended minutes on your home court in Charlottesville native, just how surreal has this been? Just getting this amount of playing time and just getting your spot in this group that you've watched for your whole life here in Charlottesville.
Yeah, it's actually crazy to think about because I've been watching UVA basketball since I was an 8-year-old kid, and I've always wanted to be on the court with all the other guys, and I'm glad I can do it with this group.
Malachi, when you stepped on the floor tonight, what was sort of your mindset? What were you looking to bring to the floor on either end?
I just wanted to come into the game, and I didn't have to affect the game by scoring. I just wanted to go in and play good defense and do what we were taught, and that was it.
What was the mindset of the whole team in terms of bouncing back after Houston? I know that was disappointing. What was Coach's message, and how well do you think the guys followed through for that?
Coach always gives us very motivational speeches after every game, whether we win or lose, and I think we bounced back very good from the Houston game. After facing adversity, we came back and we came together, and we took one of our pillars, and we became more unified than we were before.
And there were 8 turnovers in the first half, only 3 in the second. Was it a point of emphasis, or why do you think you guys were crisper with the ball in the second half?
It was definitely a point of emphasis, and we know that if you can't win a game with having a lot of turnovers, so we had to eliminate that.
My question was in a similar vein. You didn't have any turnovers. Do you think that's part of why you got so many minutes? And what do you think is causing some of the turnovers?
I think sometimes we can get a little sped up, but I believe if we just slow down, everything will go in our direction.
Malachi, what's it like in practice, the competition between you guys fighting for 7, 8, 9 playing time?
It's actually it's very aggressive. Everyone's playing their hearts out. You play practice as if it is a game, and that's how we approach it every single practice, day in and day out.
Malachi, you came in as a walk-on, so just what kind of things have you really been emphasizing for yourself just to be getting this attention from Tony, to be getting these minutes and to compete with these guys who got these scholarship positions?
I just try to pay attention to our players who have a lot of minutes last year. I try to pay attention to Kihei and Reese and how well they defend the ball and how they're always in gap, and I try to make myself more like them, so it'll equate to more playing time.
Igor, Mike Barber from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Can you kind of just take us a little bit back to your recruitment and how you got here, and what was your exposure to UVA basketball when you were overseas?
I always knew the UVA is great. Obviously, the 2019 championship just made it bigger. My recruiting was really fast. I mean, not fast, but like other guys got committed a lot earlier than me. It was just that I was the one playing with the pro team in the second team, and then Isaiah came and we were like talking a little bit, and then he just told the coaches that there's a kid from Croatia who's playing with me, and that's it. And then just Coach Tony and Johnny, they reached out to my dad and to me. We started talking, and here I am.
Igor, can you talk a little bit about just your dad's influence on your game and how often you get to talk to him?
Not as often as I would like to, because obviously the 6-hour difference is tough because I have school, and then after school when we have practice, after practice he's already asleep. So pretty much once a week on the weekends. His influence on me is, I think, he's the biggest influence in basketball for me. Like, he played, he knows the game, he teaches me, he runs practice for me and my younger brothers. I think he made me as a player, and I'm really grateful to have him.
Igor, Tony mentioned that you didn't get to come here as soon as some of the other guys, once, the preseason and stuff, and that in the short amount of time that you've been here, you've adjusted pretty quickly. How do you feel like you've adjusted so far, and how have things gone for you since you've gotten to the States?
it's a big adjustment period. I still think that I'm not even close where I have to be, but it is what it is. I just have to keep working and get better at it. It's a big adjustment from coming from Europe to here. It's just the game is different, the pace is different, the physicality is different, much higher, obviously. And I think it's a great thing for me that I can compare European basketball to U.S.
How about away from basketball? What's the adjustment been like, and how are you liking it here? What things are different or weird or uncomfortable? What's your favorite things?
I mean, I'm a college student, so I'm pretty much in school and in the JPJ all the time. I go to my dorm just to sleep. There's not much doing here, to be honest. I'm just trying to practice as much as I can and get some sleep.
When you came on the floor, you hit a quick three and then a jumper, I believe, on the next possession. You seemed very comfortable. When you stepped on the floor, were you feeling comfortable getting your first real significant rotational minutes?
I was a little nervous when Coach Tony called my name to come in, but when I stepped on the floor, I knew exactly what I had to do, and I just played my game. That's it. Came over 2 screens, hit a jumper, then another one, just playing my game. Confidence has nothing to do with it. I just played what I know how to play.
When Tony mentioned before, he mentioned how your dad coached you, and do you feel like that has helped you to become even more coachable as a player when you've gotten here under Tony? That you've just been getting so much coaching throughout your life.
Of course, my dad was always hard on me, so is Coach Tony, and I love it. I mean, I think that when it's hard, it's good. So I'm just trying to do everything like Coach Tony says and like my dad said. So I think it's good.
How comforting is it for you to have Isaiah here as one of your coaches, so to speak?
We had a great connection in the room, so he was obviously the only person I knew here. And he's like my mentor here. He's helping me all the time, texting me, talking to me, what I can improve, what I can do better. I think it's great having him here. And obviously he keeps us every day he pushes us, and he does a great role.
Coach was talking about your ability to play the 4 or the 3. How do you view your position and your game? Where do you think you fit?
In today's basketball, there's no positions. So I think I can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. You put me on the floor, I will do exactly what you want, and I'll just try to be the best at it. Thank you.